Yo, welcome back to another video on Captain K's Den. The whole reason, there are two reasons I went to Dreamcon, all right? One, I went to meet up with all of my mutuals, all of these lovely, lovely people who I have formed these friendships with online. So I went there to meet them. And then honestly, the only other reason I went was to make a video for you guys to let you know if getting a gold or platinum badge is worth it. I went a few years ago, as you know, you can check out my previous video, and I had got a regular 3-day badge. I did not get like the VIP or whatever it was back then. So this time around, I figured I would try to do something different and get the gold or platinum badge. I could not get the platinum badge. They sold out before I could get it, but I did get the gold badge, which also was very difficult. I almost didn't get it, but I got the gold badge and I saw the perks that come with it, and there weren't that many more platinum perks, honestly. Like, platinum is just, you get all of gold's perks with a few more extra things. The way it goes is you spend $75 for a 3-day weekend badge, right? Then you can upgrade that badge for an extra $50. That's how you get the gold badge. Then you can also upgrade it again for the platinum badge, or you can go from straight weekend, 3-day weekend to platinum. I don't remember the difference between upgrading it from gold to platinum, but I know upgrading it from regular 3-day to platinum is an extra $150. And again, that's on top of the $75 you pay for the initial badge. So platinum, you're spending over $200. Gold, you're spending around $125. Paying these kind of prices, $125 for gold, over $200 for platinum, it better be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it better be worth it. And so I'm here to tell you it was not. It was not. You're gonna see, if you haven't already, you're gonna see a lot of videos about the convention being very unorganized, and a lot of people kind of getting the short end of the stick. You're gonna see that a lot if you haven't already. Like, there's this one girl I saw who, she said she went to the panel for, she went to the Some Bros meet and greet, and she went on this whole rant about how she couldn't get in or whatever. She's like, they need to cancel Dreamcon, blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to say none of that. I'm not here to say nothing like that. And she's like, you know, I came to this convention just for this, blah, blah, blah. You come for what you come for. All right, you know, she's entitled to her own opinion, but I don't think you should really go to a whole anime convention just to meet one person or some people. That's my personal opinion. You can, obviously, if you want. And I mean, like, I did it before too. My first year going, I definitely went, well, I went to try to network, but I also was hoping to try to meet Burleezy and some other people. So I get it. But here's what I will say. So far, in my opinion, gold and platinum was not worth the extra money at all. At all. I can tell you there were only about 2 benefits that were really cool about gold or platinum, and even those 2, it's still, I still wouldn't, not, especially not over $200, especially not more than $200. No way, no way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just break down everything that you get with gold and platinum, and I'm going to show you examples of them, and I'm going to show you why, like, how I think they weren't worth it, or why in my opinion they didn't work. So the first thing on the list is exclusive pre-sale purchase period for event tickets. I got nothing. So I'm really confused on that one, because I'm thinking they're referring to the after party, because that was the only thing you had to buy tickets for. Unless like, if you got gold initially, then you could use that perk to buy platinum, like when they first were waving out the badges. But I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. It's either the after party or that, because either way, that particular benefit served me in no way whatsoever. Early access to the exhibit hall. Now, this one is cool on paper. So early access to the exhibit hall is very cool in the sense that, like, okay, you get to go in there before the big crowd goes in there and do a little shopping. Maybe like they only had one of something that you really wanted, and you're like, shoot, I got to get in there before other people so I can get it. Boom, you got that badge, you're good. Now imagine if that's the case and you get in there early and the vendor isn't there. Yes, So even though you can get into the exhibit hall early, there were vendors who weren't there early. There were don't get me wrong, there were definitely a good amount. There were definitely a lot of vendors who were in there, you know, at 10. But the normal time for the exhibit hall is 11. And so there were definitely a fair amount of people who didn't get there till 11. And so it's like, well, what if I came here just to buy your stuff with my, you know, early access? And I couldn't. Like, I don't understand why there wasn't a requirement, if you will, for vendors to all be there by 10 instead of vendors to all be there by 11. I don't understand that. The food, I was definitely starving before 11, and I couldn't get anything to eat because all the food in the exhibit hall was not open until 11 or a little after 11. I wish that would have been another requirement, like, hey, food needs to be up by 10, so that way the people who have early access can eat. I kind of understand that one though, because I don't think the people who ran the convention had control of that particular thing. I think that's more so the venue part of it. So I'll let that one slide. But the other thing I will say is I feel like they didn't properly utilize the early access thing when it came to the exhibit hall for meet and greets. Like, you could do all of these meet and greets, or do a large amount of meet and greets early. You could do them at 10 o'clock, and only people who have gold and platinum could get in. Imagine how smooth that would be. Imagine you have a RDC meetup or this meetup or that meetup, and you have it between 10 and 11, and you have it multiple days too. So you could have, you know, some of the biggest names at 10, and you know, do shorter ones. Like you do 10 between 10 and 10:30, then like 10:30 to 11, whatever, just to at least get. And again, this is just for like the platinum and gold people, so that way at least the platinum and gold people can say, I bought a platinum and gold badge and I was able to meet so and so. Versus you have people who got platinum and gold and just like, man, I spent over $200 on a badge and I still couldn't meet my favorite content creator. Like, I don't understand why that wasn't a thing. Got an exclusive lanyard and badge. Moving on. Private lounge access. This was the biggest scam of being a gold or platinum badge holder. So it sounds awesome on paper, right? And even, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but there was a Twitter Q&A for Dreamcon. I forgot who it was talking, but he basically said you could see some of your favorite content creators in the exclusive lounge. That was what he hinted at. He didn't say for sure, and that's fine. But he definitely hinted at it. He said, you know, it's one of the potentially cool perks, right? I went in there about 4 or 5 times. And at one point, I was in there for a long time. No big content creator ever came in there. I wasn't waiting for, by the way. I wasn't waiting for any big content creators. I was in there just chilling, really. But, you know, I was in there chilling. I was just looking around. And no one really came in there. And on top of that, it was boring. That little lounge was boring and lame, okay? It was very boring, very lame. It had no purpose. For those of you that don't know, there were 2 lounges. There was a base lounge for all badge holders, and even non-badge holders, really. And then there was a exclusive lounge for only gold and platinum. The gold and platinum one didn't have anything in it that the regular one didn't have, except, actually, I take that back. I guess the cool part, or I think in their heads it was cool. I mean, it was cool, but it's like, it wasn't as cool as you think it would be. But the cool part about the exclusive lounge is that it had a TV and a couch so you can play games. I saw people in there playing Smash Bros. Again, in theory, that sounds pretty cool because the other lounge didn't have that. But like, you have a game room. I can go play Smash in the game room. I could bring my own Switch and play it in my hotel room or in my Airbnb. Like, having a lounge where you can do like that, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't understand the purpose of this lounge. Here's a video of people dancing, having a dance party in the regular lounge. They had cosplay meetups in the regular lounge. They even had a whole like pre-game thing right before Anime After Dark panel in the regular lounge. I think they should have worded this a little better. When it says merch discount voucher, I mean, I guess it implies it's a Dreamcon badge, so I guess it implies that the discount is on Dreamcon gear, but I thought maybe it would work in like somewhere else, basically. But no, it didn't. You only got a discount on Dreamcon merch, and it wasn't a lot. It was like 5 or 10%. Because if I remember correctly, I think this hat was supposed to be, I want to say $30. I believe it was supposed to be $30. And then, you know, after tax, probably been like 32 something, right? I got it for like 28 something. So somebody can do the math, but I think it's like between 5 and 10%. Really? 5 or 10% discount. All right. Again, keep in mind, platinum people paid over $200 for this ticket. And I've already told you how at least a few of the things didn't even matter. Priority registration for the line. So this one didn't make a lot of sense either. So for those of you that did not get a chance to go, but you've been before, or you just, you know, have never been, they had a Dreamcon app. It had all the events listed. You would sign up by just like clicking a little plus button, and then that would register you for the event. The thing I don't understand about priority line registration with your badge is when you sign up for the app and you sign in, as far as I know, at least for me, my account and my badge weren't linked. Like, the app didn't know I had a gold badge. So if the app didn't know I had a gold badge, how would it know to give me priority registration? You know what I mean? It didn't make any sense. Like, there was no organization with that, period. There was no way you could just be like, I don't know, where the app is like, gold and platinum members can now register for this event. Everyone else has to wait 1 hour before you can register for this event, or something like there was no thing like that made it seem like you really had priority over others. So at least in that sense, okay? So again, that's priority line registration. Here's the crazy part. If you had a gold or platinum badge, you can skip the whole line. You could skip the whole line if you had a gold or platinum badge, and that was not advertised anywhere. Like, it's kind of implied with the priority line registration, but the line registration and waiting in line are just two separate things. Like, if I tell you you have priority when it comes to registering for something, you're not gonna think to just show up somewhere and be like, hey, I have priority. You're gonna like, well, how do I, you know, use my priority when registering for this thing? Like, how do I do it? So that part made no sense to me. A lot of people didn't know. And to anybody watching this video who had a platinum badge or a gold badge and you stood in line for hours for something and either A, didn't get in, or B, you did get in, but you had to wait for hours, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that happened to you. For the All-Star Smash Bros. Tournament, I skipped the entire line and walked right in and got my seat. For the Some Bros versus RDC battle thing or whatever, I skipped the line, went right inside. And the only way I knew to do this, by the way, is just by going up and asking. That was really it. Like, I didn't get any type of information about it from anywhere else. I went to the front of the line and I asked them, I was like, hey, so how does this work with my gold badge? Is there a separate line? Because that would make sense, right? For gold and platinum members. Or is it something else? And they were like, no, you have gold, you can just go inside. I'm like, okay. And again, they're saying this to me after I've seen so many people waiting in line. I'm just thinking, like, do they know this? So yeah, so I went inside. And then I went inside and I met up with my boy, Venom Kid. Shout out to you, Venom Kid. I don't know if you're watching this video, but shout out to you, bro. It was such a pleasure to meet you. He had a platinum badge. And on the platinum side, mostly I've been talking about the gold side so far, just so you guys know. On the platinum side, it says reserve seating for the main stage. Which main stage? Because when we went, because I actually ended up watching the Some Bros versus RDC battle with Venom Kid. And when he got in, there was no reserve seating. And even when I got in, I think I was talking to one of the volunteers and they were like, yeah, originally that area over there was reserved for, like, I think gold people or platinum people, but they ended up just saying screw it and they just filled it up. So, you know, just find you a seat, whatever. And it's like, so you have a whole perk of reserve seating for platinum people and you just got rid of it? Or maybe that wasn't the spot for that. Like maybe when they said the main stage, maybe they meant the main stage at the dodgeball battle, or maybe they meant at, I don't know, some other thing. But I'm like, as far as I know, and from the people I talked to, nobody got to experience reserved seating for platinum members at the main stage. If you did, please correct me and let me know in the comments below. But as far as I know, no one got that. And I'm like, again, it's another thing you're paying for, another perk you're paying for that you don't get. Scam. Priority line access for main stage. Now, again, I don't exactly know what they're referring to, because priority line access for main stage, like which main stage? Like it's very vague. Like I don't, it's no clarity. It's not very good communication. So maybe that was what they were talking about, or how I was able to skip the line. Maybe that's what they're referring to, or I don't know. And on top of that, you're supposed to register for all this stuff, yet gold and platinum people were allowed to just walk in, right? So like, how do you know when it's full? You know what I mean? Like if I'm a gold member and I don't register and I just like skip the line and walk in, that's one person unaccounted for on the app. But then the app will say it's full, but how is it determining this? Like it's just so many things that just like don't make sense, that we didn't get proper communication. And without that proper communication, it made a lot of the perks worthless, pretty much, to be honest with you. So that's all for gold. And for platinum, they had everything that gold had, but they also had a few other things. So like I said, reserved seating for the main stage, we already talked about that. Then they also had exclusive guest panels. Now I remember 2 of them. No, I saw 2 of them, but I mainly remember one. One was RDC Q&A. That was only for platinum people. I remember seeing that. And that actually went on right before the panel I got to co-host, or like right during it or something like that. Because I think that started at 1, and then the panel I got to co-host started at 1:30. That's nice. Having a panel just for the platinum people, that is cool. Again, I like that. That's a good idea. And I feel like it was executed well. For platinum people, they also got an autographed Dreamcon poster. Cool. And you got a Dreamcon swag bag. Also cool. I don't know what was in the swag bag, so I can't really speak on it. Unless they're talking about this. They might be talking about this. Because I showed the lady my gold badge and she gave me this. So like, but I'm like, I didn't have platinum. But I don't see, oh wow, yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Wow. So I guess I got something from platinum after all. Wow. I just not realized that, because I could have swore I remember seeing something in the list of perks that said gold people get a bag too, but I guess not. That's crazy. And then the last thing I'll touch about that's actually not a perk, but it should have been a perk, is the after party. How dare you charge this much money for your badges and then still have the audacity to charge for your after parties? And I think it was 2 separate ones. I think one was $30 on Friday and one was $20 on Saturday. Why? I don't understand. I really don't understand how you charge over $200 for a platinum badge, $125 for a gold badge, and then you're still like, give me more money to do something else that's a part of this convention. I can't speak for other conventions, but I know at Dreamcon, you get your ticket, you have access to the after party, or the rave. Over there, it's a rave. They don't charge you for it, and it makes sense, because why would you? I've spent enough money between the plane ticket, the hotel room or Airbnb, transportation to get here, food, merch. I've spent enough money. I do not need to spend another damn dime on an after party. Other than that, though, I did have a good time at the con. I know I just got done ragging on it. We're ragging on like the perks, but again, this is really just a video just to let you guys know what you're getting when you buy a gold or platinum badge. I don't want nobody next year, you know, thinking, oh man, I should try to get a gold badge or platinum badge. Be careful, please. Be careful. I'm not even gonna say don't buy it. I'm not gonna say don't buy it, because yes, this year did not go very well if you were a gold or platinum member. It did not go well at all. but I know they're gonna get that feedback. I know they are. They already were getting it literally throughout the weekend. So I know for next year, I can guarantee you they're already starting to plan right now. And they're like, okay, we dropped the ball big time. How can we make it better? How can we make gold and platinum actually worth it? How can we fix it? You know, I know that's what they're doing. So I'm not gonna say don't do it, but I'm just saying, if you decide to buy a gold or platinum badge, be careful. Okay, don't like, just be careful in the sense of things might not go the way you think. Because again, the lounge on paper, it's a good idea, but the execution was bad. So they're still learning, they're still growing. So there could be some perks for platinum and gold people next year that sound good on paper, but execution might not work out. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to buy a gold or platinum badge. Gold or platinum does not guarantee you will meet your favorite content creator. I really want you guys to know that. Maybe that'll change next year. Maybe they'll work something out. Like what I said, when, like, if you have gold or platinum, you have early access to the exhibit hall where you can do a meet and greet for your favorite content creators. I don't know. But for right now, I'm just saying, being gold or platinum does not guarantee you get to meet your favorite content creator. And then the final thing I'll say is that if I could make a recommendation, go for multiple things. Like, even me, like, I went to make this video and I meant to meet up with my friends. That's still 2 things. Go for multiple things. Don't go for just one thing. Don't go just to meet your favorite content creator. Please go to meet friends, make friends, see some panels, get some insight on things, because there were a lot of really cool panels. Granted, that didn't work out too well either. There were so many panels. There were very good ideas. They got put in these small rooms. Like, they needed to be in bigger rooms, honestly. There was a panel about doing your taxes as a content creator. When I got there, full. There was a panel about the algorithm for YouTube. When I got there, full. Like, a lot of these people that come to this convention, they look up to all of these big content creators. So naturally, they want to be like them. I saw so many people making videos. They're making their own vlogs and stuff. They want to be just like all these big content creators. So naturally, they're going to be very interested in things that will help them with that. They're going to be interested in learning about the algorithm so they can be a big name content creator. They're going to be interested in doing taxes as a content creator because they're like, oh, what if I make it one day? I'll know how to do my taxes. So why would you put that in a small room? And not only that, you put these things in small rooms when all these other big rooms are actually available. I'm not going to go on a rant about the organization of the con and the communication of the con because that's a video for another time, or you're probably going to see some other video about that, honestly. So I'm going to just leave that alone, but I will say it was not very good. But regardless of all that, like I said, I had a pretty good time. I think I'm going to go again next year. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. But I think, honestly, if the right friends of mine go, I'll go again. And yeah, I'm not going to meet content creators. I'm going just to hang out with my buddies. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. I hope this video helps somebody. I really do. Because I don't want people to go and be disappointed and they feel like they wasted their money. I really don't. So I hope this video helps you. And if I do go, if you do see this video, come up and say hi. If you do see me next year. So with that being said, I appreciate you for coming through. Subscribe if you're new. And always remember that you belong with this crew. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.